Siemka, z tej strony Prosold i witam Was w kolejnym odcinku, jak i w kolejnym epizodzie z The Council, epizod 3 pod tytułem Ripples, z angielskiego na polski to znaczy zmarszczki. I jak ostatnio pamiętacie, skończyliśmy sobie epizod 2 pod tytułem Hide and Seek, czyli po polsku zabawa wchowanego. I jak ostatnio pamiętacie, udało nam się w końcu znaleźć naszą matkę, czyli Louis'a de Richet. Znaleźliśmy ją w krypcie lorda Mortimera, która była w ogrodzie. Tak więc zaczynajmy dalszą historię tego. Ciekawe, co tutaj nam twórcy zgotują.
In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything, even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two...
No i mamy Emilienne.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
Czyli patrzcie. Ja sobie wezmę to i to. I może jeszcze to. Będzie git. Zaczynajmy. Wejście do krypty, 22 stycznia.
Don't move.
Wait, I don't...
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around. Oh my god, Mother, what has happened to you?
Who are you?
What? But, Mother...
Who are you?
Co, ona nie
It's me,
pamięta?
Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his
Aha,
mother.
myśli, że to
He
ten.
would never have come here.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
O kurde.
Remember Al-Azif?
I was sure.
Where's the book, Mother?
So that's what you want? Well, you will never find it. Emily died for that.
What's got into her?
No i
You are
zwaliliśmy.
evil incarnate. Every word that comes out of your
Czekajcie.
mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
I don't wish you any harm. Really, Mother. It's me, Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are. What was the saying I taught you?
You've been telling it to me since I was 3
Czego mnie
years old,
nauczyłeś?
Mother. How could I ever forget it? Always keep your mind logical.
Szczerze, to nie wiem. And open, czy po prostu open?
And open.
You knew it. You are smart. You're getting me muddled up. Tell me, rather, whose place were we at when I told you I was coming here?
Mother, I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Van
I
Borchardt.
just told you, you can't trick me. His name was von Borchardt.
My God, everything is lost then. I refuse to believe it's really you, Louis. Otherwise, all this would be for nothing.
Mother, I don't know what happened to you, but don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. I'm here for you and...
No! I ordered you not to come with me.
I received a letter and Lord Mortimer informed me of your disappearance. So I took the...
No! 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 It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
Oh, shit. She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer. It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
No w sumie rozmawialiśmy,
Mother,
no.
I don't know what you're imagining, but don't worry. Everything will be all right. If you're worried about what I might think about Elizabeth Adams, honestly...
Oh, Louis! Elizabeth is the last of my worries right now. I did what I could for her, but it was too late. Very well. Logical and open, Louis. Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange.
No właśnie. Ciekawe, czy jakbym jej to powiedział. Ale powiedziałbym jej coś o wizjach. Może ona też ma jakieś wizje, czy coś.
Like me having visions, for example?
I knew it! It started! Oh,
No,
Louis,
she's
I just
panicking.
wish I...
Yes, it's happened to me. Like when I was a boy. I find myself in someone else's body for the space of a dream.
Have you ever dreamed of a different place to the one where you were sleeping, without being able to explain it?
No. But Mother, don't worry. I'm not losing my mind. Everything is fine. You used to give me a concoction to calm me down when I was little. So, just make some for me once we get
Już
back
nawet
home.
nie chce mi się tego powtarzać, wiecie?
Loss of consciousness? Loss of control?
No, rest assured. All is well. I promise you.
What else?
Do you want to tell me about your relationship with Elizabeth Adams?
Louis, I don't know what you found out, but just know that I did everything I could to help her.
I'm sure you did, Mother. I'm not judging you.
You know, what she had to put up with was slowly gnawing away at her. Now shut up and listen to me.
Dobra, udało się. Dobrze, że miałem jeszcze szansę tutaj w tej konfrontacji.
What are you talking about?
A conference, Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Since
Już
this morning.
przyjechali, no.
Perfect.
Super.
The conference will be able to begin.
Indeed. It shouldn't be long and...
Let me finish. We haven't time. You will attend this conference, and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis. Understood? Louis, I made a mistake by coming here. We are in the lion's den.
Nie zdążyłem nic podjąć.
What do you mean?
Jesteśmy
Mortimer,
Patrz,
home, their guests.
wbijam
Watch
je-
what happens. Do you think it's
Wiem,
normal
tygrysa,
that the
coś
representatives of the most
kryjąca.
powerful nations are here all on
Jeden
their own
czart.
without anyone else? On an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis! They shape the world. They manipulate us. Everything is decided here and now. They create and break states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their leaders. Open your eyes!
Mother, calm yourself, please.
Nothing is impossible for them. They are capable of reaching everyone, wherever they may be. Through high society banquets, they model the future of us all, and it isn't at all an issue for them.
And? What do you propose?
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference, and from the inside, you'll do everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk
Czyli
later.
mamy
I'll
poprowadzić
explain
plan
everything.
Mortimera
Do as I say,
aby...
It's of the utmost importance. Beware of Mortimer.
Hmm.
He won't let
No nie
anything
wiem.
stand in his way.
You promised me that after...
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going.
Okej, czyli musimy sprawić, żeby plan
One
Mortimera
more
się
thing,
udał.
Mother. Emily Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
Co to był za dzwonek?
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of
Czyli
our
zaczęła się
worries.
konferencja. Okej, to lecimy. Udaj się na konferencję. Dobra, chodźmy.
Devil's
O, w
thorn.
końcu mogę.
Devil's thorn. I'll keep it.
Albo nie mogę. To była ta zagadka z tymi statuetkami, by the way. Czekajcie chwilę.
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci.
The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests. Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at
No
the
dobrze,
conference.
to
Please join the guests.
może byś mnie wpuścił, czy coś? Nie uważasz? No nie no, pojebie mnie przecież. Chyba, że tędy muszę wyjść. No, oczywiście, że tak. Dobra.
Indeed, I rather believe he did. I had some
Respect to any other leading characterist, no?
Totally wrong, I assure you.
I have suspected it for some time.
That does seem as if...
Porozmawiaj z lordem Mortimerem.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
Conjecture is totally wrong, I assure you.
I have suspected it for some time, but now I am convinced.
I have already told her so once.
Nawet jakbym wziął cały ten miód, to bym nie miał na na tą umiejętność. No, typowo oczywiście. A, czekajcie. Tam chyba się trochę zmniejszyło. Tak, dobra, to mogę jedno wziąć. Chcę w końcu to otworzyć. Aha. Ty, ale ja chyba dostałem więcej tego. Dostałem punkty nawet. Fajnie.
You must remember. She won't tackle my design, is she? Not as you represent it. But another. I do not imagine
Amber crystals.
My son, glad you're here. It seems Lord Mortimer's been waiting for you to arrive before beginning. What a pity your mother isn't here for the conference. I hope I'll be able to see her before I leave. I still have a very important letter to give to her.
Feeling all right, Louis? You look like you're miles away.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Lord Mortimer wants to talk to you, Louis. Don't make him wait.
A pound.
Jacques
I don't know
Peru.
if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him. I sense that you have things you'd like to say, but something's holding you back. What is going on between you two?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost. The siren's song, Monsieur de Richet. You wake up one morning, not knowing where you are, and you think about everything you've done for a man who wasn't even worth it. For a man who has no respect for you, who uses you, and who drops you as soon as he no longer needs you. For me, it's too late now. But you still have a choice. Don't respond to his call, sir.
No i teraz kogo tutaj słuchać, nie?
Good evening, gentlemen. Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin?
That is what we have all been waiting for.
I believe that Lord Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him.
No już idziemy do niego. I się popłaczę. Normalnie. Czy coś.
Golden elixir.
Dobra.
Consume without excess.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly. But what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is
Czyli
of the
zastępujemy
utmost
naszą matkę,
importance.
Sara.
It's important that the French order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry. You are not alone, Louis.
Very well. Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim of these meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
More questions.
How long have you been active?
Właśnie.
This tradition has more or less always existed, Louis. It has continued from generation to generation.
Do you often hold this kind of society dinner?
In general, once a year, but in actual fact it tends to be events that dictate our gatherings.
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well, take the French Revolution. It was decided right here 2 years before its implementation in France.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it, for example.
Okej, nie mam już pytań po
Louis,
prostu.
let me keep you a moment. I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your
Sekret,
assistance.
chcesz mi powiedzieć?
See,
O,
the
pleteczki!
project I'm going to present concerns the territory of
Zesrałem się.
Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
Czyli po prostu Mortimer chce, żeby jakieś hiszpańskie terytorium zostało przejęte, że tak powiem, przez Francuzów. I chce pewnie Duke'owi to zaproponować.
My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
But why spread it over 2 phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign. Manuel Godoy is perfectly aware of President Washington's appetite. If the United States took Louisiana, Godoy would know full well that he will have lost the entire North American continent. Things must take place in several stages. Otherwise, the change will be too brutal, and he will have no choice but to reject the project. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight. Fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges.
Każdy ma
But
swoje
the world
zamiary
needs visionaries
i każdy będzie
like
chciał je
you,
spełnić.
like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We will have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Blast it, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot.
My friends, I propose we get started.
No zacznijmy. Ciekawe, jak się potoczy ta rozmowa.
First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Louis'a de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur.
I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
Mam ochotę mu to powiedzieć. No nie wiem, czy się z nami nie zestra. Nie no, musimy jakoś dojść do porozumienia z Godoyem, więc...
Thank you all. I am honored to be among you today. I will strive to represent the interests of the Order as best I can.
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the east coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not the question.
Duke, these savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet. That does not stop your dear France from
Trzeba go jakoś przekonać do tego, tak jak to właśnie chce zrobić Mortimer.
So you keep your morals to yourself, if you please.
Senor, I would not like to be associated with that. The subject of black slaves in the United States of America is a complex subject, which we shall resolve at a future date.
Bo wezmę challenge him.
France is not without fault, but that doesn't take away Spain's responsibilities. You see, Native Americans are being subjected to a veritable ethnic cleansing. Europeans are colonizing their land so that it then belongs to them. The widespread evangelization of its inhabitants will soon eradicate a multitude of cultures. You've done the same thing in South America. How far will white people go? Reservations to pin them in like cattle? Total genocide?
Come now, my friends. Let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls, Louis. We bring the good word to them in order to save them. You'll see. Colonization brings with it many benefits, too.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, Your Eminence, I shall continue. Duke Manuel, I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protégé. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
Dobra, słuchajcie. Jestem z powrotem. No i to jest właśnie to, że ja nie mam żadnej umiejętności związanej z polityką. Niby tutaj było, nie? No co mi po tym? Dwa punkty muszę jeszcze zdobyć. No co, muszę powiedzieć, że ten... Dobra, nie będzie to.
Senor Godoy, I would think twice before stirring up a scandal.
I beg your pardon?
Given the size of your colonies, you won't be able to keep them for long. A number of countries are eyeing them as we speak. The United States would have no trouble taking them. For all intents and purposes, you have no army in place. By wanting to keep everything, you risk losing it all, especially your colonies in South America, which are far more valuable to you.
That is indeed the danger, Duke Manuel. If it comes to war over Louisiana, you will lose. And probably a good deal more than you now imagine.
Young man, you are indeed a dark horse, aren't you?
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the
Niemożliwe, w końcu dostałem jakieś punkty do polityki.
Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Oh my god.
Your
Nie
Eminence,
mam już
have no fear over
miodu.
that. I am sure France will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend, how can you come out with such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival? If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
Tak, jeszcze niemiecki mi wpie...
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one
Ja już w
but
końcu nie
yourself.
wiem, do czego oni chcą dojść, naprawdę.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume and let Sir Gregory finish.
Home, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare you!
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me. Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Kurde. Powiem wam szczerze, że podczas całej tej rozmowy ja połowy chyba tego nie zrozumiałem, bo tutaj było tyle takich politycznych zwrotów, że nie da się czasami ogarnąć tego wszystkiego. A szkoda, bo nawet w The Dark Pictures Anthology, jak było wszystko po angielsku, to wszystko rozumiałem, ale tutaj to jest masakra. Myślałem, że będzie lepiej niż gorzej. Ale dobra,
Risk of
chodźmy z
displeasing
nimi.
you, my lord, I'd rather follow Sir Gregory. I don't think this is a place for the order.
Louis? No.
Let him go, Mr. President. Everyone is free to choose.
How can he be so blind? If he keeps this up, he'll lead our countries to their destruction.
Don't worry, we shall counter him, Sir Gregory.
We have to act immediately.
Calm down, Gregory. We only have to vote against his project, and that's it.
They haven't got a chance. Just one vote will suffice.
True. There is no chance of a unanimous vote. And he knows it. He must be preparing something else. What is he plotting?
Nie wiem, czy powinienem to robić i nie wiem, czy powinienem w ogóle im mówić, o co tutaj chodzi i co planuje Lord Mortimer, bo już nie wiem, za kim być. Nie no, serio nie wiem. Dobra.
I know about his plan.
What did you just say, Louis?
His aim is for the United States to take the whole of the North American continent.
But that is impossible.
A democratic superpower. I don't understand. That has nothing to do with the coming vote.
You will ask for France to take over Louisiana, and then hand it over to the United States, and so double the size of their territory.
Once that's done, he will just need to push a bit more, and you will lose North America, Duke Manuel.
God's blood! Has he gone mad?
No, Johann. He has always been mad. Louis, I would like to thank you for what you've just revealed. If not for you, I don't know if we'd have been capable of deciphering his plans quickly enough to be able to counter him.
What are we going to do now
Dobra,
that
czyli
we know
wszyscy
about
są
it?
wdzięczni niby, ale...
No! We'll beat him with his own game, my friends. His plan begins with Louisiana, which is still yours, Duke Manuel. He will begin with you. Expect to receive an envoy, French most probably. He will try to convince you by every possible means. Whatever he says, whatever he promises, you have just one response. It's war. If war is what you want, war is what you'll get. And on your own territory, in your homes. Enough games. Spain will join the coalition against France and declare war. You too, Duchess Hillsborough. You will speak to the Queen so that Great Britain commits to going to war with France.
What do you expect from the Papal States, said Gregory?
What do you think? That they hold a mass? They will go to war, of course. What is it that you didn't understand in what I just told you? We all declare war on France. Militarily, politically, and financially.
And me, Sir Gregory? How can I help?
Louis, you have won my trust. The order will have to act in France. But even before that, I'm going to need you. Right here and right now. Leave me now. I have to prepare for tomorrow. Let's meet early tomorrow morning for the next phase of the conference, which promises to be most exciting. Louis, I'd like to see you a moment, please. Thank you for siding with me today. I won't forget it. I'm going to need you. Help me counter Mortimer on his own ground. Right here.
Wiem, że niby matka nam gadała, żebyśmy poparli plan Mortimera.
I must ask you to go and see President Washington and persuade him to trust me and join us.
I'll do my best.
You should go right away. There's no time to lose. William already has
Dobra,
a head
ale my już
start
będziemy
on us.
sobie kończyć prawdopodobnie.
I'll go right away.
Dobra. Tak więc słuchajcie, to by było na tyle. Mam nadzieję, że odcinek Wam się spodobał. Zapraszam do lajkowania, komentowania oraz subskrybowania. Na razie i cześć, do zobaczenia w następnym odcinku z The Council, epizod 3 pod tytułem Ripples.